Here's the truth about imposter syndrome. Everybody faces it. It's nothing new. It's absolutely 100% normal. It shouldn't even be called a syndrome unless humanity is a syndrome. Long before someone came up with those two words and put them together, there were people who were feeling like imposters. Anytime you step into an arena that you've never been into before, you're going to feel what we now call imposter syndrome. In fact, anybody who doesn't feel that way is probably someone you don't want to be around because maybe they're not as self aware as they ought to be. We feel this way because we recognize our own need to grow. We recognize that we don't know everything. We feel the lack of preparation sometimes. And we recognize that maybe there are other people who can do things better than we can. When I was a teenager and the two words, the syndrome hadn't even been created, I got my first job working at Wendy's restaurant. And when I walked in and I looked around and everybody knew what they were doing, I felt like a beginner. It was terrifying. Nobody wanted to be the guy on the lowest rung. But in a few short weeks, I learned the ropes, and then other new employees came in and they felt the way I felt. It's absolutely 100% normal. It's nothing to be ashamed of, and there's nothing wrong with it. And every human being down through human history who has tried to do something new has felt this way. So you are in great company. I'm not trying to minimize the difficulty of starting. I am trying to normalize the difficulty of starting. And I don't think it's healthy for us to slap a label on a normal human condition and a normal human feeling. But it is a feeling. And that's what makes it so tricky. Because when you look at other people, you only see what they appear to be. You don't know what they're feeling. And your feelings don't match what they look like. And so you think there's something wrong with you. But if you could see their feelings, you'd find out that they have felt the same thing. If you just start, if you keep on going, if you push through and learn the ropes, you won't always feel like an imposter. In fact, if you don't even allow yourself to accept that label and to internalize it, you'll make progress much more quickly. But when you label yourself and you give yourself that identity, there's a pretty good chance that you'll stay stuck there forever, or at least for a very long time. Normalize the nervousness, normalize the feeling of being inadequate when you first start doing something, and tell yourself this is what it means to be human. And other humans, billions of humans down through human history, have felt this exact thing. And then they grew. And then they learned. And you can too, my friend. You can too. There's always going to be people telling you you're not doing it right. There's always going to be someone who knows more than you. And there's always going to be someone with a higher subscriber count, a higher view count, more certifications, more degrees, and more letters after their name. And all of those things are going to make you feel like you're less than or not good enough. That is, again, absolutely normal. There is nothing stopping you from pursuing your dreams, least of all, imposter syndrome. If you're in the position and the opportunity is in front of you, then you are right where you need to be. Make the video, send the email, do the interview, show up and do the work, and learn and grow. You're not an imposter. You're a beginner, but you won't be one for long. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching.